I caught my husband cheating red-handed, so I'm going to let him on one condition. Am I the asshole? I gave him an ultimatum, either an open marriage or divorce. I caught my husband of 12 years cheating on me. I do know the girl because she is a part-time cashier at the local grocery store. Yikes, dude. When she's bagging his groceries and then she bags your husband. Oh.
Checking out his groceries and then checking out his ass and then spanking it.
He has been spending a lot of money on her. I got proof and confronted his ass. He did what most cheaters do, deny and gaslight. When he couldn't make up more lies, he finally caved and started with his big man tears of, don't leave me, baby. Baby, don't leave. Big man tears, the worst kind of tears. I swear I'll change. I gave him options. Either we open our marriage and keep our home and keep our children, and they will grow up in a house and not shift every weekend. You could keep your side chicks as long as you do not bring them into our home. We will have a set of rules and boundaries. So girl's like, hey, keep your side chick, but I want some of my own side hoes.
Some side dick.
Can't only do missionary now. You gotta switch it up. Pointing in all directions, dude. Every erection pointing in all directions. Another idiom for you. If it rhymes, it's good. If it rhymes, it's good. I laid out all the boundaries and conditions. 1, he cannot spend money from our joint account. He can spend money from his personal expenses. However, in case of emergency, he will put his family above his side chicks. Oh man, we're not in a good starting place if like that needs to be outlined.
Turning your relationship into if-then statements for not prioritizing side pootinanny over your own flesh and blood children.
2, never bring them home or into our space where we have our kids. 3, no family members or friends. 4, always use protection and regular STD checkups. 5, we will tell each other about the dates and when we are going and who we are going with. We do not have to share pictures of our partners. 6, if he gets a woman pregnant, it's the end. And if I get pregnant by another man, oh my God, I will either get an abortion or put the kid to adoption. Or if the father agrees, he can keep the baby and I will sign away my rights. And yes, he is more than welcome to divorce me and I will not push him for child support for another man's child. Dang. I mean,
leaning all the way
yeah,
in.
I mean, these are some intense rules.
Family, like, is this Game of Thrones?
Jeez. Better to have it explicit. You know, we will split everything evenly. The house is in my name, so I will keep the house. We will only contact through parenting apps if I guess they get divorced. No bad mouthing to our kids. If our kids want to know the truth later in life, we will tell them. We will have a healthy co-parenting relationship. He can have as many girlfriends as he wants, but he shouldn't force our children to accept them. It's for our kids to decide. I gave him 48 hours. Woman's on a mission, dude. That's some quick turnaround.
She's just laying down the hammer.
Gavel justice is swift. 12 hours is left. We will see what he decides. If he cannot, then I will make the decision for us. My decision is divorce. And there's like hella juicy updates. But so far, what's your vibe that you're getting from this lady?
Divorce.
Like, it feels like she wants a divorce, but is trying to make it work.
Other scenarios that we've had, like open relationships brought up, the other person either is kind of like, I'm into the idea of the open relationship, or let me see if I can't, let me give it some time and see if I can get into the idea of it. The vibe I'm getting is she's like, I just hate you, but I'm just going to like try to make this work, even though like I don't necessarily want.
And so maybe she doesn't like hate him as much as she's giving off in this post, but she's definitely hella angry. And I don't know if creating these rules and this ultimatum from this place of like anger and frustration is going to set her up for a marriage that she like actually enjoys.
Yeah. My question is, what about just leaving? Because I feel like you're entitled to do that.
It feels crazy. So, relevant comments. This just sounds like revenge. So the commenter said that, and this is what OP responded. Because I'm not an idiot. This is not the first time he cheated. I forgave him. I found sexting and he blamed it on his sex addiction, and I forgave him because we had children. Even now he blamed it on me that I do not give him sex. I mean, he is a bum and doesn't do part of his chores, always complains. So I gave him what he wants. He wants to have sex with multiple women. I am giving him that under my conditions so that he cannot blame it on me that I never did anything on the sex part. Knowing him, I know he will not decide it. I have to take this decision for us like I always do.
So real quick, I wonder if this is her way of like, because if she ends it, then he almost kind of gets off, versus if she lays out these rules very explicitly, which is very easy for him to break, it sounds like, knowing his stupid idiocracy, then he breaks it and she gets the gotcha moment.
Someone else has said, just divorce. Don't do this open marriage option because he won't stick to it. And then she says, you really think he will agree to the open marriage? I am already checked out. I am just giving him a choice so that later he doesn't say I didn't try to make it work or deprived him of sex. He was literally crying and hyperventilating when I brought up the divorce first. He wanted me to give him another chance. I gave him under my conditions. He said he will do anything I asked for. Okay, and there is a big fat juicy update, but it sounds like he was begging and pleading, and she's like, oh my God, what a fucking nerd. All right, I'll give him one last chance and like, let me just like set it up so he will obviously fail.
Yeah, slightly altered angle, but like, this, I am giving you, I thought through everything. And if you fail this, then you're 100% the nerd shrimp noodle I think you are.
Gross. So, update. I choose divorce. Divorce. Well, I gave the verdict before 12 hours was up because I knew he will not choose any of the options and rather he would gaslight me. I gave him 48 hours. He couldn't decide. He still wanted to talk and see if we could work things out. I told him to pack his stuff and get out of there. I feel like she's just thought through like how much she actually despises.
Yeah, what more
guy.
Is there to talk about?
And
She's thought through literally every scenario.
Go spend time with one of your girlfriends, bro. I'm sure you got a bunch. He begged. He pleaded. I stood firm. He said, many couples make it work and whatnot, but I'm not a doormat who will waste several years of her life building a foundation that was already broken. Amen, girl. More power to ya. I've contacted my lawyer. I will serve him within this week. I already had the divorce papers ready, but I didn't serve him because I gave him the option of what it was going to be. Soon, our family will know, and I will not hear anyone who says to give him a chance. I did, and he failed. I don't believe in cheating makes a relationship stronger crap like one guy in the comments told me. Who the fuck is that guy? Cheating makes the relationship stronger? Bro, really quick, I have a friend and they both cheated on each other, found out about it, and were about to end the relationship. And then instead he proposed. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, dude. The baby, that is so true. It's like,
the baby.
The relationship baby, at this level didn't work.
Let's just
take it to a whole other level. And then maybe that, like, if we're like super committed, then it will work. But it's like, no, that's not how it works. Like, if you can't commit at this level, you're not going to be able to commit at that level.
Let's just make it 10 times harder. Maybe an altered version of what that person, I don't even know if this is, I think it sounds like that person meant to say what they said, but it's like, if you go through something like cheating and that opens up the communication, etc., it's resolved, then maybe there's some components of the relationship that were stronger after that weren't before. But just cheating in general does not make
I cheated
the
for
relationship
us.
stronger. And it probably will just break the relationship.
That one guy in the Reddit comments said it'll make a relationship so much stronger.
I did it for us.
So I just had to do it for the sake of our relationship. I know I cannot even look at him the same way. I am done being weak and making excuses for him. That's it. I'm sitting in my empty house. My kids are with my mother. I don't know where he is or what he's doing. I mean, he's probably with one of his side hoes, I imagine. I guess I knew this would have been the ultimate fate of my marriage, even if we chose an open relationship. But I guess I didn't want my kids to come from a broken home. But then again, my kids would have lost it anyway. My mother forgave my dad for cheating, and he never cheated afterwards, but I knew that in the back of her mind, she still had the suspicion that my dad was cheating. She never fully trusted him. No matter how much she said they are okay, and after the incident, their love was stronger, no matter how much she was praised for being a strong woman, for giving her husband a second chance, I knew she wasn't fully trusting my father. He didn't know it, but people around them knew. And she sighed a relief when he died. It just meant she doesn't have to pretend anymore. Whew. Dude, that's some hard-hitting shit right there.
So I can also see even more now why anyone would take this hard. I mean, it's your partner completely throwing the trust and foundation of the relationship away. But it's like she was giving this guy a chance, even knowing her like parents and mom's experience, right? So
I've never heard that before. Do women talk like that? Do women say, "Oh, you're so strong for going back to him after he cheated"? Because I fucking hope not. Yeah, let us know in the comments if that is a thing you have ever heard in your life.
I hope not.
Yeah, I feel like it's doubly hard for OP just coming from her familial background with what her mother went through. But yeah, you should never accept cheating as making the relationship stronger or making you stronger, you being a strong woman by accepting. Like, that's like a bunch of fucking bullshit made up by the patriarchy. Cheating is strength. Sorry, I am just rambling. I am a mess right now. I'm just coping by posting on Reddit and talking to internet strangers. The point is, I don't want to live like my mother, worrying where he is, if he is really going to work or not, being a cell guard in my own marriage. I won't lie, when I told him I will get a divorce, I felt lighter, as if the weight has been lifted. And there's a little bit more from comments about his previous cheating. So now we're getting the backstory of it. 7 years ago, we went to therapy and worked things out. He was a loving husband and whatnot, but soon he fell into his usual pattern. I gave him a chance because my own mother gave my dad a chance and their marriage stayed till the day my dad died. I doubt she ever fully trusted him or loved him the same though. I thought I could make it work as well. And there is one more update. But John, anything else like before we jump into this last one? What's your theory? What's your theory? Tell me your theory.
I have like a little theory of what's gonna happen, but I'll wait to see the actual update. That she tries to get back together with him.
Oh God, I hope not. I fucking hope not.
I'm really just curious about like kind of what you were saying before and like this whole like cheating is strength BS. Of stories for everyone watching. Like, has your partner tried to pull kind of like a similar thing on you where it's like, oh, like this will make us stronger and like da-da-da-da-da. Like, what have your experiences been with that?
Maybe that's true. Maybe you know, like I don't know, but maybe you know, like I don't want to be close-minded. Okay, so let's get into this update. I discovered my husband cheating on me a few months ago. It took me some time to gather evidence and get all the things that align along with a divorce lawyer. He cheated on me 7 years ago while I was pregnant, which also is actually the most likely time for cheating to happen in a relationship, pregnancy. I forgave him. We tried to make it work. Things were almost fine. I know things will not be the same as it used to be, but it was good. The second time I caught him, I was 100% done. I tried everything and sacrificed a lot, and it was all in vain. I confronted him 10 days ago, and he did what all cheaters do: deny, manipulate, and gaslight. He moved out of our house and is living with his parents. He's been calling nonstop. His last message, he told me he broke up with his AP. What is it? His associate poontang? Associate pussy. Adulterous.
Associate pussy. Ass partner. I like guessing them more than knowing the actual thing. Acrobatic. Well, that doesn't.
I feel like it's like adultery partner, affair partner. Okay, cool.
Oh, that sounds.
But honestly, what is the point now? His mother called and said she was sorry and asked if there is a way I can forgive him and try to work things out. I told her, absolutely not. I already gave him a chance and he blew it. She was upset, but didn't push the matter. The kids are staying with my mom and stepdad. I've been in contact with my lawyer. I did cry the first day when he moved out, but haven't cried since. I went to the mall, got some quality makeup, went to the gym, went to the library to read in peace. I did make an appointment with my therapist, probably a good idea, but mostly I have been binge watching shows like Criminal Minds, Law and Order. I don't know why. I should feel sad, but I don't feel sad at all. Can someone explain this to me? Maybe she just finally made the right decision and like there's a weight, like an emotional weight lifted off of her.
Yeah, I think that's what she's probably so used to going through the motions of the relationship. She's like, oh, I've been in this thing 7 years ago, right? So they've been at least, she was pregnant 7 years ago. So they've been in a relationship for a very long time, and she's probably like, I'm ending this giant chapter. Shouldn't it be bad? But in actuality, it sounds like she's literally starting her new life in a positive way.
Well, her ending question is, can someone explain this to me? Like, why she's not feeling sad? I would love to know in the comments, like, why do you think she's not feeling sad? And also, how would you feel in this situation where you caught your significant other cheating and then decided to divorce them? And also, what have you done when you caught your partner cheating? I would love to hear in the comments below. When I caught my ex-girlfriend cheating, I just like broke up with her instantly. It was just like, bam. I didn't know initially, though. I was so innocent. She was like, I've told this before, but she's like had a bunch of hickeys on her neck.
I feel like that's
my first girlfriend ever. And
strong move.
I'm like, oh, like what are those? She's like, oh, like spider bites, like really bad spider bites. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess spiders can do that. Giant mouths, yeah. You know, they're blood sucking, right? So they like suck a lot. Yeah, I was. So
they
innocent.
have giant mouths,
John,
the size of quarters.
John, I have a story from my own life that I need to ask you. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for not driving my date home because the time to get back was 1 minute more than I said I was okay with? All right, let's go.
We'll get into that right after I spank you with this one. My girlfriend is in love with my dad. I think I need to end it, but now she has something she wants to tell me. Am I the a-hole?
This like brings back flashbacks because when I was in middle school, all of the girls called my dad a DILF.
Oh, how has this never been revealed in OKOP history before?
He recently sent me a shirtless picture of him because he's like, Sam, I'm buffer than you.
Oh, there it is. Dude, that's saucy. So my girlfriend, Shay, female 27, and I, male 26, are on a small vacation to my hometown. She's only ever met my dad and my extended family, my aunt, uncle, and cousins, over the phone, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to introduce everyone properly. But since we've arrived, Shay's behavior towards my dad has been seriously off-putting.
Oh, God.
Daddy.
No.
Daddy. For example, I thought it would be fun if we all went horseback riding. Oh, she's riding something all right, buddy. Ouch.
Oh, I feel so bad for OP, dude. God.
So far, we haven't gotten the full juicy deets.
All right, let's get those juicy deets.
Let's see. My younger cousins do it as a hobby, so I thought it would be nice to do an activity that we'd all like. But Shay wouldn't even get on the horse because she said she was scared. It's been years since I've been on a horse, but they were so calm and honestly not a problem at all. I offered to stay with her while the others enjoyed themselves, but she insisted that I go because my dad already offered to stay behind.
She's trying to get alone time with your dad right now, dude.
She's like, instead of riding these horses, maybe I could ride something else.
Ooh, daddy.
He usually doesn't go horseback riding either. And it was weird that she didn't want me there too, but I left it be. There have been other instances too. Other instances like how she asked my dad to show her around town instead of staying with me and meeting my old friend from high school. Now, it was an impromptu meetup. We literally ran into him while we were looking for somewhere to get lunch with my dad, but it would have been nice if she made the effort to get to know him instead of going out with my dad. The final straw was when we were all at my aunt's house for dinner. She made cupcakes, baking is kind of her thing, and she made some chocolate and peanut butter ones specifically because they're my dad's favorites.
She might just be trying to get in good with the family. Like
Sam.
With my ex-girlfriend's dad, like I was like trying to hang out with him all the time to like get in good, you know? And like
Don't you know special cupcakes are code for wanting to bone?
Inside the cupcakes
Sam.
was a folded message that said, here's my number. Don't wear it out.
But you can wear me out. She made a few different types of cupcakes, but none of the others were my other relatives' favorite flavors.
I don't know. I think that's fine. I think she's just trying to get in good with the fam.
Yeah.
Alarm bells are not going off yet.
Same, I would say. When we got back to our Airbnb, I confronted her. I know Shay's dad left when she was a teen and they're no contact, so I figured she might be clinging to my dad since it's nice to have a fatherly presence and it's not something that she's used to.
Yeah. Yes. That OP. That's it. That's probably it.
I asked her jokingly to rein in her daddy issues and stop being so clingy with my dad.
Oh, OP. Bro. That was unreasonably harsh, dude.
Well, she blew up at me, telling me that she's trying her best to fit in and that I've put in no effort to making her feel welcome. Neither of us were willing to compromise, and I ended up sleeping somewhere else for the night. I need to talk things out with her today, but before I do, I want to make sure I'm not in the wrong.
Bro.
A few quick comments before the update. Out of curiosity, where did you end up sleeping? I slept at a friend's house. A few people live there, so before you ask, it wasn't like I was having some one-on-one time with somebody else. And has your dad stolen a girlfriend before? Do you have a reason not to trust him? Also, it makes sense that she would make cupcakes for the primary parent and not for the extended family. Yes, it does.
It makes total sense.
No, my father has never stolen one of my girlfriends before. This isn't some soap opera.
Then why are you making it out to me?
Hello? As for the cupcake thing, I get where you're coming from, but the only family I have is my dad, aunt, uncle, and 3 cousins. That's it. And yet she only made my dad's favorite? Even if she made my dad's and one other relative's favorite, I would have said that's fair. But it's the fact that everything revolves around my dad is what made me question it. Wrongfully so, according to the comments, which I accept. Most commenters agree OP is wrong.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This is a total buffoonery on your part. I feel like she's gonna break up with you, man. All right, I want to hear the update, dude. I want to hear the update.
Let's get into it. Update. Okay, I get it. I'm wrong.
All right. Thank God OP realizes it. Thank God. He can learn.
Even though a lot of you were really harsh in the comments of my last post, I appreciate the honesty and think I needed it. That's good. I read every comment and I understand why it's wrong of me to joke about a potentially triggering topic around my girlfriend. Me joking about it was an asshole thing to do, and any concerns I had, I should have said in a much better way. I went back to the Airbnb today, and you'll never guess who was there with my girlfriend. Yes.
His dad?
It was my father. He was in the kitchen, cleaning up what looked like leftovers from breakfast. He said he stopped by a cafe that's at the end of the street and bought us breakfast, but I wasn't there when he arrived. By that point, Shay had told him everything about our argument, and he wasn't happy.
He's like, you found me out, son.
A man has needs.
Man has needs ever since your mother left. Daddy's got to get a snack.
Something happens, son, when your son brings home a hot dime piece, okay? Where was Shay when I arrived back? My dad said she was in the shower, getting ready, and that they were going to go to my aunt's house looking for me. They both presumed that's where I was, considering I wasn't at the Airbnb, nor was I with my dad. We talked, and I helped him clean up after their breakfast. While I did, I saw the receipt in the to-go bag. Considering the cafe he bought the breakfast in is literally 5 to 10 minutes away, and he came straight from there to the Airbnb, it's safe to assume that he spent at least 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours at the Airbnb before I arrived. OP, stop looking into stupid things. But sure, that's normal. I didn't bring this up or even question it. Thank God. I've learned my lesson about bringing up stupid and immature concerns. My dad reiterated a lot of the things people said in my post, like how Shay didn't want me to miss out on the horseback riding thing, that she wanted to give me time with my friend without being the third wheel. And he said that his favorite cupcake flavor came up while they were walking around town together. It was an embarrassing conversation, and while we didn't discuss everything I wanted, it's a start. I don't like this guy.
He's terrible.
When my dad left, I spoke to Shay and apologized. She was really quiet, and we talked about it further. She was crying a lot. The only thing she really said is that we have underlying issues from before this vacation and that this whole ordeal just adds to it. We were supposed to go to a games night at my aunt's tonight, but Shay said she isn't going and that she wants some time. I respect that. I don't know if Shay wants me to stay at the Airbnb tonight or not, but I'm glad that she didn't immediately break up with me like some of you suggested.
Dude, the Reddit comments came for this dude.
They really did. Thank God they delivered some justice here.
Oh, yeah. And thank God he seemed to have listened a little bit. Man was off his rocker.
Yeah, but I mean, I will, oftentimes in these stories, the antagonist doesn't listen. So I'll give him that. But my guy.
Hey, it's hard to have a hot dad,
It's some of us would know better than others. Actually, can we do it at the very end of this? I want to know
what you would do if OP was your boyfriend / significant other. Put your answers in the comments. I need to know. But John, I got to tell you about my quote unquote date last night. And if I'm the asshole.
Let's get into it.
Okay. So every Halloween, I reach out to this girl or this girl reaches out to me. We've known each other for 5 years. And I texted her and I'm like, it's time for our annual Halloween text. And then she texted back, meow. And I'll read you the text. I said, Halloween is coming up and it's time for our annual Halloween text. How's the Twitch streaming? She's a Twitch streamer. And she said, hey, kitten, streaming is good. And then I'm like, ooh, kitten, I feel cute now. Yeah, it looks like you've been doing great. Are you still in LA? And she's like, meow. I am still in LA. How's life? And then I put a little cat emoji and she's like, and I'm like, life's delicious. How about you? She's like, I have a gnarly sore throat. And I'm like, dude, it's everywhere. I was sick a few days ago. And then she's like, how's life, kitten? What ye been up to? She really likes the cat stuff. And then I was just saying I just came back from Bali and Vietnam. And she's like, next time you go, you should let me know. I'm down to travel. And I'm like, I'll put you in my suitcase. Anyway, I got back last week. Let's catch up. You around next week? And she's like, I'm free until Thursday. Then I go to TwitchCon. Can you come to Burbank? And I'm like, yeah, Burbank, Monday night. We could grab some boba around there. And she's like, okay, not the biggest fan of boba, but if you like. And then I just put the red flag emoji. And didn't say anything. And then she's like, I am a red flag. You met me. And then I'm like, but maybe you're fun enough to justify the red flags. What's your address? And then she puts her address. And then I'm like, see you at 8. Right. And then she had just gotten lip fillers. And she's like, I don't want you judging me. And then she sends a couple bathroom selfies to me. And I'm like, I'm sure I won't judge you. And then I offered to drive to Burbank, which is an hour away from where we are. And then she was like, actually, let's do Culver City so it's closer to where you are. And I'm like, cool. And so I drive to Culver City. She Ubers to Culver City.
Right.
We link up. It's a great time. I actually got recognized when we were having dinner together. Or I just got a beer.
What timing in front of a girl you're on a date with.
and also, I wasn't quite treating it as a date. I was like, this is just meeting up with a friend, right?
Yeah.
And then... it goes well, we're having fun, but I'm not necessarily interested in romantic, but I just want to have more friends that are girls. And then she, I'm like, hey, I have to get back. It's 10 o'clock at this point. I'm like, I have to get back. I have to record tomorrow. And she's like, what are the chances that you drop me off at my place? And I'm like, ooh, that's in the opposite direction. It's it's gonna make my commute an hour instead of 15 minutes home, right? And so I say, okay, hey, I'll make you a deal. If it takes 23 minutes or less to get to your place, I will drive you. Otherwise, I'll just wait for you to get the Uber. And she's like, okay. And so I look it up and I route it in Google Maps, and it takes 24 minutes. And so I'm like, oh, sorry, but I'll wait for your Uber. And she's like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a man of my word. And so I waited. I waited for her to get the Uber back to her place. She gave me a Pokemon card and then she left. And then I texted her and I'm like, hey, like, hope you got home okay. And then she texted me a video of a monkey with a backpack walking to school. So am I the asshole for not driving this girl home because it was 1 minute longer than I thought it would be, or than I was willing to?
I think you would have totally been in the clear had you not set yourself up, which in fairness to you was a smart and a good kind of like compromising offer to make. Like, okay, if it's like not the craziest distance or time length, but you ended up shooting yourself in the foot by the fact that it was that long.
Yeah, I think I'm the asshole because of how I positioned it.
To not be the unanimous asshole because you set that up, maybe biting the bullet, because you wouldn't have. Yeah, you would have looked like less of an asshole if you were just straight up from the go, like, oh, like honestly, like I'm recording, you know, till like the nighttime, from morning to night tomorrow. Like, would you mind if I just like went home, or you know? I feel like she probably would have been like, okay, but then the 1 minute thing screwed you
Riley,
over.
what do you think? Asshole or not? She did clean her room. Yeah, she did clean her room. She put it on my story. She put it on her story that she was like frantically cleaning her room.
Okay. Wow, that changes everything. Yeah.
Asshole. Okay, so I'm the asshole. I would love to know in the comments if you actually think I'm the asshole too. I probably am the asshole. I'm sorry to women everywhere for existing in the way I do. But question for you guys. So should I text her and say, hey, I talked to my friends and they said I was an asshole for not taking you home. I apologize.
How about I deliver some dick faster than Amazon Prime?
Probably. Last thing I said was great hanging tonight. Get home safe. And she sent me this video of this monkey. She said, jealous. This is me if you even care. What?
Another bit of important context. I'm so dead. Oh my God. This is me if you even care.
Can we craft the text to her together? What do I say?
Let's do it. Okay, how about this? What if it's like, I do care. In fact, I care so much, I'm going to drive to you, I don't know, tonight, tomorrow. Like,
what?
I don't know. I thought that's what you said you were trying to do.
No. I'm just trying to apologize for my assholiness.
I see. Okay, got it.
Okay, here we go. I care. Also, I asked my friends if I was an asshole for the 23-minute or less bet, and they said yes. I'm sorry for not taking you home, but I got you next time, even if it's more than 24 minutes. Does that feel good?
Winky face or no winky face? You're not trying to be flirtatious here.
I'm not trying. I literally just like want more female friends.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, she just texted me. She said, I want you dead.
Me too. Like, I want you dead. Is that how it is?
She said, Jarvis Johnson always gives me ride home. Do you know who Jarvis Johnson is?
No idea.
And she just exclaimed it. She emphasized her own text.
That's funny.
Here, should I call her?
Sure. Jordan Jarvis is a female motocross racer from
it's
my Google.
Jarvis Johnson. I don't think she's going to pick up.
Oh.
I just said, ouch. All right.
Fire with fire, baby.
Okay. Well, she wants me dead. So, fumbled. Woo! All right. Well, that's a wrap for that episode.
See you on the next one, guys.
See you on the next one. Bye.
Peace.